business on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints. Injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Cousins. And his first look is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Powers through. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Pushing his, oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
To throw is Cousins. Got a man, it's London. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Cousins now from the 50. That one deep for London. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Cousins from the gun on third. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Fights off the defender. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
And just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and 2nd in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Carr now to throw. Completes it to Perry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3rd and 3. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Cousins. Robinson's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give left side to Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Breaks through the contact. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
There's Chris Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And the chains move again, and that's typical for Olave because he's been a consistent playmaker dating back to his days as a Buckeye, and that trend has only continued ever since he arrived in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight season last year, and he's someone the Saints expect huge things from going forward.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Kamara up the middle. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his insides. Nice linebacker play.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a deep.
Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second and 6. Here's Cousins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down up near the 40-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Second and 10. Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, If they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Cousins again. And that one too wide and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. The Saints' offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, it's Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. To throw, it's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, now Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Able to avoid him at the 40. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. The throw is Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Cousins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into the hands of Perry, complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
That is caught, finding space at the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. (10-3) our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Cousins. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Cousins. Got a man, it's London. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw, Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Complete, it's Johnson. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Carr now to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1. Throwing now is Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Play action. Now it's Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Kamara. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This pass is caught by London. He's to the 15, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London. 68 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24, 13 our score. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Shotgun now for Carr. Completes it to Perry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To the right side and intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Gets past one man. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cousins now from the 50. Throw left side, there's London. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. On play action, Cousins. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Kamara. Stays on his feet. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Carr going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Kirk Cousins and the offense back onto the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Here's Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath, nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing, Cousins. Robinson's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 46. Koo knocks this one through the posts, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now this one taken in by Olave. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. To throw his Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Final play of the half, Cousins. This is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Groupie for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
To throw, Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And caught by London. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cousins now. Got a man, it's London. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Robinson, touchdown Falcons. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Coup for the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now it's Carr. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Atlanta regains possession of the football. In motion goes the tight end. They start on the ground with Robinson here. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and a couple. Again, it's Robinson. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Cousins now from the 50. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Carr now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. Following the interception, Cousins throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And here now come the Falcons. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side.
Sheds off the tackle, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Cousins.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense and Chris Olave getting set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. Able to push his way through. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Now Carr going left on the option.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, good move. And he's out right at the 25.
76 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. He's got the hook up to McLeod. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing, Cousins.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The decision is to decline it and not give them the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, "We don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision."
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Now Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Carr going to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Carr.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw on the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Cousins.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Now Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing now is Carr.
To the sideline and incomplete. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Carr to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw his Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So Carr departs, and on is Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's complete to Mooney.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw, Cousins.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Cousins now. Throw left side, complete to McLeod.
And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 10. A little over a minute to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's got Mooney, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Cousins.
London hauls this one in.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's second down.
Cousins to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from